Welcome to another episode of Caribbean Discoveries, and today we are in the sister isle of Tobago, here with Mr. Corbin to take us around a hidden zoo right here in Tobago. Mr. Corbin, could you tell us a little bit about what we're going to see and a little bit about your business?
All right. My name is Roy Corbin. As you see, I'm very short, so some folks call me short man. So I have no problem with that. Now, serious business now. Now, our main goal here is to preserve our remaining wildlife, breed and release back the animals that we have here. That's our main focus here. And to educate the local folks especially on what we have here, the use of the animal being here, and why it is important to preserve it.
Oh, so it's local animals?
Local animals
Oh, okay,
only.
okay.
Yeah, so that's why we named the park Corbin Local
Right.
Wildlife Park.
Right.
Right, guys? So the animals you're going to see here are the animals that you see every day. Some folks been living here for their entire life and have not seen some of the animals that we have here in the wild.
That's true.
So I'll take you on a walk, approximately an hour walk, if you're up to that,
All right.
and give you info on some of the animals that we have. And we also do not go into the forest and capture the animals and bring them here to this park.
So how
We
do you
do
get
not,
the animals?
hold on,
Okay.
we do not encourage the hunters to capture the animals and bring them to us.
Right.
Because we're not into that kind of business. What we would do, we collect damaged animals. Okay, let's say a bird with a broken wing that might not be able to fly again. We take those animals, we play doctor nurse here, get them back to healthy stage, and we try to breed those animals and release back the babies. We also collect pets.
Okay.
Now folks would grow animals from baby in captivity. Because that animal was brought up in captivity, it would not be able to make it in the wild. So those animals we would take from folks if they are fed up with them. Because some folks would just go release the animal and automatically it would die.
Yeah.
So we encourage folks to bring those animals to us here. Those that we believe would be able to make it in the wild, we put them back out there. Those that can't make it, we keep them here, breed them, and we introduce the babies back into the wild.
All right.
So, and as we walk around, I'm going to give you some info on some of the plants and trees they use now and what some were used for back before
Yeah.
our time.
Okay. So some of the animals will be able to touch them, or
Yeah. There's some that
Okay.
you'll be able to touch. Some you wouldn't, I would not encourage because some are very aggressive.
Right.
Right. Well, before we move from here,
All right.
now this plant has a lot of heritage to it. Yeah. If you look up, all the leaves look alike. You walk through it. Right. Now, locally, it's called clean teeth or tooth.
Okay.
That's the local name.
Clean
I can't remember the scientific name.
Right.
Yes. Now, it was used back long before our time. That's what the people here used to use as a toothbrush before toothbrush was here.
Okay.
Now, they would cut it in short pieces. Now, I've always promised to make a model. I never get around to it.
Right.
But they used to cut it in short pieces, dry it, strip the bark off, and it's fibrous. And they would crush one end, and it spreads
Oh.
like bristles on your
On
brush.
the toothbrush, right,
And they
right,
use
right.
that to clean the teeth and the gum. With, what do you think they used to use as paste? That's,
That's stupid.
yeah,
Don't tell me they used to crush the leaves.
nah.
Okay. Well, I
Something
don't know.
black. Let me help you.
Coal.
Charcoals.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
because they didn't have stove and they had the fireside all the time, or they're using the wood to cook, they would use that black stuff, and so that's what they used to use back then. So if maybe we end up into maybe a bad recession, we can afford toothbrush and Colgate.
We go back to
Yeah,
the roots.
yeah. So, you know our national bird of Tobago, the cockapoo,
Right.
one of them. Well, it's sort of a pest, really, but it's our national bird anyhow.
Right.
We feed the wild birds every day. We have a feeding point here and one on that side. Now, the reason why we have an enclosed cage, big enough for the small birds to get in and small enough for the big birds to not get in.
Right.
So the cockapoo, if we didn't have that we used to do it before, just an open plate, the cockapoo would just come and eat everything up. Yeah, so we sort of outsmart the cockapoo there.
How many caimans in here?
Alright, this pond, before I tell you about the caimans, we created the ponds. They were not here. It's a natural waterway when the rain falls. The water comes off the hill and down that way. We put a barrier we trap the water here. But this pond mainly is for frogs, fish. And we have something here where we used to have, well, I shouldn't say that. We have a few still around, but what we call gallops. That's the freshwater turtles, small ones, that some folks will have as pets. Right. This is mainly for that, fish and frogs. But we have two baby caimans in this pond. Reason being, we rescue animals, as I said earlier. One was run over by a car, and the other one was donated to us. So the one that was damaged very bad, we had it here in a small container before we released it in the pond. And we, as I said earlier, we play doctor and nurse. So it's 100% healed now and swimming around in there comfortable. So I'm looking to see if I could spot it. The caimans are, well, these caimans are not locked up in a cage like some of the other animals, or an enclosure I should put it as. So sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't, because they can dive and stay under for a long time. There is one.
I want to see it.
Good. Yeah. Let's move a bit slow, not much action. And there's one just lying on the top of the water. Come, follow me. There's one lying there like a piece of dry wood. Young one there. All right, yeah. He's upset now.
He has a name?
No, we don't. We try not to get too attached. Yeah, he's disturbed. Some more talk on plants before we get to the enclosure. Now, this one you might know. Locally, it's called wild guava. I can't remember the scientific name, but we call it here wild guava. Now, I planted a guava tree, mainly for the tourists, for folks who don't know what a guava is. To see the similarity with the leaves. I guess that's why they call it wild guava. I never knew why, but the leaves are almost similar. Just that one is a little greener than the other. Yeah.
How long has this wildlife local park has been in existence?
We started this project 4 years ago.
4 years.
Yeah, so we
You
still
don't have a website yet, do you?
The full work.
Oh, you have that?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful.
Yep. Right, guys. So this is used here as medicine. Now, something we call lota. Right. I could talk to us. We know what lota is. The outsiders have a problem with the word lota. They know it as eczema. Right. So I've used this already on one of my kids, and it really works. Yeah. So you make a tea with the leaves, maybe a mug of it or bottles, and you put it in the fridge, and you drink that for approximately 6 to 5 or 5 to 6 days. And twice a day, a glass, and it clears up back your skin.
Right.
Yep. Now, it also has a nickname, wild sene. It also works as a laxative.
Right. Yes.
If it's boiled too strong, because we are experimenting with these things.
Right.
So sometimes you boil it a bit too strong, and it gives you a flush out.
Right.
Yeah, so it works with both things. Anyway, take it, you're giving you a cleaning. On each enclosure, we have a sign, the name of the animal and the scientific name, and some information for the folks who want to take a picture for further review. So I'm going to go in, you stand on that side. Now, this animal is one of my favorite. Now, all the animals are very dear to my heart, but this one holds a very special place here. Now, why does it? It's an animal that does a wonderful job in our forest. Now, it's a scavenger, long story short. Now, we don't have large scavengers like vultures or hyenas, foxes, wolves, those are the large predators. We don't have them here. We have this little guy. This little guy cleans up our forest. Anything that dies in our forest, this guy would clean it up. So that's why I love him. I don't have to leave the luxury of my home to go in our forest to look for animals to bury them. He does that job for me. Okay, guys? Long story short, I love it. Now, this animal also have some very good survival skills. Now, have you ever heard this saying, they're like a possum?
Yeah.
Right. Now, he can play dead. Now, not just play dead. The body shuts down for approximately 45 minutes. And it's like unconscious. And it doesn't just look dead. it also gives off a foul scent. So the animal looks dead and smell dead. So that would throw off other predators. Now the only problem with this animal is other manacles eat other manacles. That's why they are such good scavengers. So while he's playing dead, maybe threatened or scared by another animal, if another possum wander by, while he's playing dead there, he would be food. But other than that, they would fool other predators with that mechanism. And now, you have any children as yet? You're planning to in the future? Right. Well, upcoming mom. Now, mommy Manico, I love what she would do with her babies. Now, the babies are in the pouch. They carry a pouch, they are part of the marsupial family. Right. The babies are in there for approximately 105 days. Sometimes a little more, sometimes less. Now, after that period, they are weaned. Now, the Manico is a solitary animal. Plain and straight, they don't live together with nobody. Not even their own kind. Right. Now, mommy would take the babies after that period, when they're weaned, put them on her back, take them to the forest for a ride. And during that period, if she stops anywhere for lunch, breakfast, dinner, whatever, the baby's going to climb off and start eating too. So wherever that baby jump off there, she leaves that baby there and she continues dropping them off throughout the forest like that, throughout the night. Now this part I love. If any of those guys come home back with her, she kills them and eat them. Yeah, so that's the way of the wild. When it's time to go, you have to go. Right, so I'm going to show you the Manico now. They are nocturnal, so they'll be in during the day. So, and trust me guys, they're very aggressive. Will bite you. And we have them separated for a reason. Because they have that solitary behavior. Yeah, if you try to put them together, they fight and kill each other. We only put them together when she's in heat for breeding. Yeah. So we have iguanas in here, and we have another animal I'm going to show you in a while, which you will not see the picture on the enclosure. If you make too much movements, it will jump off and into the pond. So if you're taking a picture, I'll have to take it and then okay. Right guys, now I'm glad I got this one. Now this one was rescued. Now if you look closely, you'll see white marks there still. It was run over by a car. So it was all flesh. Around here, yeah. It was all flesh. So if you notice some of the toenails are missing on all legs. Toenails are gone. Toenails are gone. The tail should have been, because of the size, the length of the body here, the tail should have been like way there. So that's gone also. So it's healed now, but we will not be able to put it back in the wild because of the toenails that are missing. Because iguanas climb for a living to get food. So we're going to keep this one here. It's now putting on back weight. It was worse than this. Yeah. Now, let's look at the tail for a minute. Now, most lizards, the tail is regrowable. Now, 2 inches from where the back leg is here, this iguana can release its tail at any point it wants to. If threatened by a predator, even we two-legged predators, if you grab hold of the tail and the iguana feels threatened, it releases the tail and run away and leave you with the tail in your hand. And it will live to see another day and the tail grows back. Now, the good thing about it is it doesn't bleed. When it does that releasing, it don't bleed, it don't get infected. They shut down the glands there, around that area that's releasing. And also a chemical is released there, so it doesn't get infected, or maggots or worms as we would call it, and it grows back. It takes maybe 3 years to get back to perfect length, but it grows back. So maybe someday we humans will be able to grow back our limbs. Yep. So we also been breeding the iguanas and releasing back the babies The manikou you saw, the possum, since we started at this project, we released approximately 40 babies already in the manikou.
Right.
The iguanas could be maybe 100 and something babies. Yeah.
What do they eat? Because I've seen some
Okay.
leaves there.
They are omnivores. So they would eat grasshoppers, caterpillars, and other insects. Mainly the young ones would do that. The adults would mainly focus on greens, leaves, flowers, fruits, vegetables.
So tell us about this Mr.
Oh, let me get in. I'll come back come around by the door. Come on here. Don't run away. Let me come over there. Right guys, now I have some sad news for you. Now we used to have this running around Tobago. Back maybe before our time. Sad to say there are no more on the island. Well, I should say in the wild. We have no more here in the wild. They've all been hunted out. This one was rescued in Trinidad from some hunters. They were about to kill him. A friend that did a tour here from Trinidad saw them with it and bought it from them,
Okay.
which we try not to encourage, but he saved the animal.
Well, yes. That's
And he
it.
brought it here for us. So it's a female, so we are waiting a male again from Trinidad,
Okay.
so we could get them breeding again. And we introduce them back into our forest here.
Okay.
Now, it's a land turtle, or tortoise, sorry. Right, it's also called a moroccoy. Now, in Trinidad and Tobago, we have the yellow-footed and red-footed land turtles, or land tortoises, sorry. Now, this guy is not a swimmer. If you notice, he have legs and not flippers or fins. He can drown, but because of his buoyancy, he would float. And he would use those little legs to get him to safety. We have snakes and parrots here. Some folks have that phobia for snakes, so I let them know before because I don't want anybody dying on me here.
Okay.
Right, on this side we have parrots. Now we have a pair of parrots here. Now they can't fly. As I said earlier, we rescue animals.
Right.
Now a lady had them in a very tiny cage. I can't show you the cage, I still have it here. They both grew up in this, which is very cool for birds.
Yeah.
Now because of the size of this, those birds might not ever be able to fly. No, they didn't get that opportunity because of the size to develop those wing muscles.
Right, understand.
We have tried to release them already and they would boop.
Because they're not used to that.
Yeah. So we're going to try breeding them and get the babies back out there. But the parrot population in Tobago is good. We don't have a problem with them. But the parrot is a very important bird in the wild. If we remove the parrot from the wild, a lot of our land animals would die. Yeah. The parrot feed a lot of those animals. Yeah, sounds strange. Now what parrots do, which is natural for them, some people call them a pest. They would go on the top of fruit trees when it's fruiting and just cut them down. They can't help it. And when it falls, the animals that can't climb or fly will get food. Yeah, so that's what these guys do. They feed animals and birds in the forest. So we need them. But so far the population is very good. Right, so on this side we have snakes. Now we have two types of snakes in here. We have the cascabel, or locally called the mango snake. That's a very aggressive animal. It grows to approximately 7 feet.
I've seen
Yeah.
two.
About 7 of them in there.
Wow.
So the mango snake will grow to a length of approximately 7 feet. Not very fat.
One right here.
Yeah.
I see
Oh,
one
alright,
over
right.
here.
And we have the serpent. And if you go up there and just look on the fence, on the ground, you see one right there.
I seen three, yeah. Only three I'm seeing in little spot.
If you look close, sometimes 2 or 3 wrapped up together sleeping.
Two might be here actually.
That's one up there.
I've seen
This
two
is
here.
2 here.
I've seen three down below here.
Yeah. And I'm going in, so if you hear
Is
me
that
screaming.
a rat?
Huh?
A rat?
If it is
A rat.
yeah, we feed them with rats. So my son put 2 rats in today.
Wow.
So by tomorrow morning, they will
Should be
disappear.
gone. Wow.
Yeah, because these 2 snakes are nocturnal snakes, so they don't feed much at day. Alright, let me see if I get a close up for you.
Sharks.
Now please guys, don't do what you see me doing.
Two here.
Never.
Although I'm accustomed handling the snakes, I still be a lot careful with them. Depending on the direction the snake is facing, if you're not accustomed handling snakes, you need something to keep the head down. Now,
It looks like it's shedding its skin.
yeah, it's shedding too. Right, guys, now this one, yeah. You want to take it?
No, don't
Yeah,
take
just
this.
don't squeeze it too hard. Hold it behind so the head can't slip out. Around, right. Yeah. Just hold the weight. Yeah, keep him. Right, guys. Now I took this one out because this one is very close to me. This is the first snake we rescued. It was run over by a car, and it was all flesh in some parts. And now it's healed 100%. She didn't eat for approximately 3 months. She recently started eating maybe 2 weeks ago. So I'm happy for that. I know for sure she's going to live now. So once she put on back enough weight, we'll determine when we're going to release her.
Okay.
Right, guys, so all we are talking here, this animal cannot hear us. Snakes don't have ears.
Oh, didn't
Yeah.
know that.
So if I do that,
Yeah.
they feel that.
They will feel that, understand.
Yeah, vibration. So you can come here and scream your heart out. It's not going to bother these guys. You could bring a DJ here and turn it up to the loudest. It will hear that boom
The
to the
vibration,
ground. You will get that vibration.
Can I run away now?
No, you can't. Now, snakes, I let the kids know when I have kids here, especially, how important snakes are to have around. Now, these guys keep our rat population in check. Because their main diet, 95% of their diet, once they get it, is rats. So without these guys, we would be in a lot of trouble. We will be overrun by rats.
Oh, okay.
So I try to encourage folks not to kill the snakes when you see them. Call us. We'll come move it if it's in your home or too close for your comfort. We move them and rehabilitate them somewhere else in the forest.
Are they poisonous?
No, we have no poisonous snakes in Tobago.
Okay.
The most it can do is bite you. And it's painful, but it's not going to kill you.
We live to see another day,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Why you left the cage open though?
No, they won't come out. Right, guys, we have the red rumper agoutis in here. Now, if you look close, you would see there's a pale looking color one. That's an albino.
Ah.
Yeah.
Two pale color looking.
Yeah, well, that's mommy and that's the daughter over there.
Right.
Now, we don't have any problem with this animal on the island because the breeding program with this animal is very excellent out there in the wild. Why? Because the balance has been handbugged. Some of the animals or predators that used to keep their agoutis in check, we have hunted them out. So far, in the wild, the agoutis don't have any real predators. So they're doing very well. They're they're up in that category now as being called a pest because they damage a lot of farmers' gardens.
What usually eat them?
We had ocelots here. Ocelots used to hunt the agoutis and eat them. We had the quenks, that's what we call wild pigs. They would also keep the agoutis in check. Why? How? They don't eat the agoutis. They will kill them, but they are territorial and they eat the same foods the agoutis eat.
Right.
But because the quenks were bigger and stronger, they would get more of that food, and the agoutis wouldn't be getting that amount they were getting now. And snakes would also hunt them, but they are very fast.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard for a snake to catch an agouti unless he sneak up or whatever. Wait. But guys, the important thing about the agoutis is we need them. We have too much, yes, but we need them. Why we need them? They are seed distributors. And it's one of the best seed distributors that we have on the island. I'm going to tell you how and why. Now, most rodents have a teeth problem. The four main teeth in front, they're constantly growing like our fingernails. So they need to keep them trimmed. How do they do that? Rodents or rats are always gnawing away at something hard. If they get into your house, they'll go through your books, your boxes, try to get into your cupboard doors. They have to do that. That helps to keep those teeth from overgrowing. So these guys, because of that problem, because they are related to rats, because of that problem, they collect seeds at the end of the day. For that reason, to cut into it, because it's hard. Now, they hide them. We go to the grocery and we're going to bring our grocery and put it in the cupboard or the fridge. These guys hide them underground. So they will dig a small hole in the ground and bury the seed for tomorrow. And what happens? They come back tomorrow and they forget where they hide it. The rain comes and it grows. So they are responsible for approximately 50 to 60% of the fruit trees you find growing in our forest here in Tobago. So these guys are like gold. We need them. He wants to see you.
Hey, take a look. Take your time, children.
Now this animal is the only animal that I don't mess with because they are very aggressive. I've been bitten 3 times in here, so from experience,
You don't want to make it
yeah, I don't mess with these guys. Now, it's one of the bravest wild animals I've ever come across. Wild animal is supposed to run away from you, but this guy don't run away from you, run to you. Yeah. Now, if cornered especially, they don't think. They just turn around and attack you. That's how brave they are. Now, there's one in here. I saw it come in there. You see why? And they carry that forked tongue like the snakes. Same tongue. They taste the air. So that would also help to tell them where food is.
How does the bite feel?
Very painful.
Very painful.
Yeah, very tiny, sharp teeth.
As painful as the snake?
Yeah, just as painful. And because of what the animals, some of the animals eat, you could get infected if you get bite. So it's good to get it treated immediately if you get bite from these animals. Now this animal has a very good survival rate also. Now I don't know if you all ever hear that story or that rumor. Now our grandparents gave this animal a bad name earlier. So that gave it a very good survival rate. Much folks don't, local folks don't eat it for that reason. Now, back in the 60s, Tobago was covered with gardens. Most of the folks had gardens all over the island, and they had no toilets in those gardens, or most of the gardens had no toilets. So you want to poop or human feces, if they want to, wherever, okay, if the guys feel to go to the toilet, they go in the bush and they put it wherever they feel to put it. And notice this animal running through it, backward and forward. Now, didn't understand what the animal was doing, so they say, okay, it's eating human feces. And that rumor spread, which was very good, but it helped the animal to live. That rumor spread throughout the island. It's still spreading up to today. Some folks would still come here and tell me that story. Now, I would give some people the information, and some others I would just leave it as it is. Why? So that they wouldn't think about, okay, I could eat it now. Now, the animal eats flies.
Oh, well, I see that it also eats snakes as well.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering
Yeah.
how that.
It eats flies, roaches, mice, other small lizards, baby snakes, eggs. It's like a scavenger also. Now, because of the speed of the animal, it catches flies while it's running. That's how fast it is. So what it will do, like a sniper or like someone with a rifle, it will take aim from over there to wherever food is. And it will run through there. Let's say, okay, I have a piece of fish here, covered with flies, Sally Painter here. It runs like that with its mouth open. So by the time it gets there, because of the speed of the animal, when it gets there, the flies don't have time to go too far. From the time they leap straight into its mouth. It will stop over there. Because of the speed, it can't stop right there. So you stop over there, chew, swallow, turn around. By that time, the guys that he missed will settle back again. Same action again. So he does that backward and forward until it's satisfied. But obviously, you're going to get dirty if you're running through filth. So that's what they saw and didn't understand what the animal was doing. But I would say I wish some of the other animals had rumors like such. Right, before we go further, I promise you some info on some of the plants. This one is called fiddlewood. It's used as medicine also. Yeah. It bears a lovely cherry. The birds love it when it is in season. Now, my mom gave me this so I could gladly say it works. I was maybe 10, 12 years old when my mom gave me this thing to drink. And after that experience, anytime after that I got sick, I never tell my mom. Why? Because I was afraid I'm going to get this again after that experience. Now let me tell you what happened with this guy. Now, they say if you have any problem here, I was complaining my chest is, you know, I'm feeling very upset and I'm feeling to vomit, but it's not coming out. Some folks will push their finger in and get it out. But maybe I was too young to do that. So my mom went and take a piece of the bark of this tree out of our backyard, where we were living first, boil it in some water and tell me to drink it. I'll be okay. Didn't tell me what will happen. Immediately as it lands, everything else that was in me came out back. And I couldn't stop until I was empty. So after that experience, I was very much afraid of this plant. But it works. I was a lot 100% better, but I didn't like the experience. It's like having a full bottle of water and just turning it up, and it runs till it's finished. That's how you will be going. Yeah. But in this one, we have two large, male and female, and recently we had babies hatched. So I'm going to check to see if I see any one of them. Earlier today I had a tour, one of them was right here. But this time of the day, most of the time they move over to that corner. Oh yeah, there's one right here. See him? Like a chimblin too. Come around this way. You see his eyes better. He's right. He's not gonna move.
How many years are here?
We have two adults. This guy, we call him Killian. Now, this one we named because he came on his own here. We didn't bring him here. He came on travel overland at night, looking for their own water source, males especially. So he found this and don't worry, he just died.
My athletic skills are kicking in, eh? I'm gone.
He come up looking
Yeah,
over
see
there.
over there.
So,
Now up there, you look up there, it's what we call a bird hide. That's for folks who are into birds. Every morning, those logs you see lying, we put fresh fruits on them every morning. And the wild birds would come in and feed. So folks who are doing birds would come and sit in there with their expensive cameras and take all the wonderful pictures. So these guys are our quenks. Now folks call them wild pigs, they are not pigs. They only have a pig-like appearance. If you read the information, you'll get more. Yeah. No, we don't have any more of these guys in our forest. So as our plan is, we're going to continue breeding them and try to get them released. These guys will have to release them in large numbers, like from a dozen up, because they are pack animals. Yeah.
So
Trying to release one or two is wasting time. You're just going to kill them.
you only have two.
We have three. We have one mother locked away. She's pregnant. She's due soon. Within the next 2 weeks or so, she will have baby. So we have to lock her away. If we leave her there with them, they would kill the baby. Now, why? These guys carry a scent gland on their back. So just turn the other way. So they would face each other like that. And, well, the opposite way. My head would be down on your butt.
right.
And they would rub on another heads on each other butt. On the back there.
Right.
And there's a gland on top of the back there that gives off a scent. And that scent goes on the animal. So the pack will be carrying a scent. So if a new pack come close by and they smell, they'll know, okay, you don't belong here.
Yeah.
And there'll be trouble.
Understand.
So because of that, the female that's pregnant would have to leave that pack and go off on her own, make a baby.
Rub them down.
So as the baby sleeping with her for 2 or 3 days, that scent transfers to the baby, then she can come back and rejoin the pack. Or in her burrow or tunnel or wherever she goes. The deer we used to have here, we don't have anymore, so that's hunted out. The ocelot I said earlier also, that is also hunted out.
So where do you all get those? If it's
Trinidad.
oh,
Now, before I say that, we have animals and birds here that Trinidad don't have. And Trinidad also have animals and birds there that
we do
we,
have.
we don't have. But some of the animals that Trinidad have, we have. So the animals that are missing here, we're going to find them in Trinidad. And we're going to try to get them back here and continue our program.
Well, folks, there you have it. We've come to the end of our next episode of Caribbean Discoveries. Thank you again.
You're
for the
welcome,
tour.
man. Yeah.
And I
All
hope
right.
you all succeed in the future.
Well,
Get
boy.
more animals, the full works.
Well, I'm hoping you guys help us
Well,
on that
definitely.
venture. All right.
So until the next time, our next episode, Caribbean Discoveries. Peace out.